Alright, so I have everything laid out here for my New Year's dinner. I have my dressing. I plan on making a ham, collard greens, rice, dressing, black-eyed peas. I have my sweet potatoes there. I'm also making cranberry sauce. I have my hog maws for my greens and my black-eyed peas. I have some of my seasoning. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright y'all, so I have everything laid out and I am representing my team. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put the rice on. I am going to go ahead and cut up the celery and the green onions and go ahead and rinse off the ham and go ahead and put the these are what I'm using, the hog jaws. Go ahead and put these on for the black eyed peas and the collard greens, and I'll touch back in with you guys in a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and salt my rice. Go ahead and turn the burner on and go ahead and put the lid on. I cracked my lid so that way if I'm not seeing it when it gets ready to boil, it doesn't really boil over. Okay, so right here I have the water on. It's going to be for the greens and this is going to be for the black-eyed peas. So I am just going to go ahead and I need a knife. I'm just going to, and this is what the hog jaw look like. So I am just going to take it and cut it up a little bit instead of leaving it whole. I need another knife, y'all. I don't know why I started off with a small knife. I don't even know why. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and cut up some, stick them in there. Because that's what I'm going to use to season my greens and the black-eyed peas. So yeah. And then I'm just going to use some black pepper and salt. And I will use a little bit of garlic powder and onion powder. So I'm going to let these probably boil for about a good 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, and then I will come back and check on them and we will go from there, y'all. Y'all leave me a comment. What are some of your traditions? I'm bending down. That you do on New Year's, or what are some of the foods that you guys normally cook or eat on New Year's? Alright, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and cut up the celery. This is going to be for the dressing. I have a little bit of celery that I can salvage. It didn't let me down. And I think I have a red onion. I don't have a yellow onion. So the red onion is just going to have to do. So yeah, let me go ahead and finish cutting the celery and prepping everything else, and I will be back.
Oh, can I just get a snack?
No, then I'll be ready in a little bit. You want one of these? Gotta sit to the table.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mom.
Oh my God, y'all, if y'all could smell this right now. It smells so good. And then of course I got my rice back here boiling, and I got the mixture for the black eyed peas over here boiling, and right back here, if you can see, is my beef broth, which I'm about to go ahead and turn it off. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and put the black eyed peas in here. And also I have a little okra that I am going to put in. I love putting okra in my black eyed peas, but I also like to put just about 3 or 4 in my greens. It just gives it a different taste. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in. Put the pot on, let that cook. I'm not going to use all of these greens. But I am going to use quite a few. And we all know greens cook down, so yeah. That's probably all I'm going to use. Well, I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of that. Probably all I am going to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn the heat back up. And I don't have any more apple cider vinegar, so I am just going to use a dash of regular vinegar to take that bitterness out. And then I'm going to put the lid back on this and go ahead and let this cook. All right, y'all, so back here I am going to put in a half a cup of water and probably a fourth a cup or a little over a fourth a cup, well, almost a half a cup of sugar, and let it dissolve. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the cranberries in and let them pop. Alright, y'all, so the water is boiling. The sugar water is boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and dump these cranberries in, and I'm going to let them cook until they pop. So I'm going to let that come back to a boil. And once that comes back to a boil, I will turn it down just a tad and let those, like I said, cook until they go to popping. I don't know if y'all can hear that popping noise that the cranberries are making. Alright, y'all, so this is the ham. It's already cut, and normally I make my own glaze, but this time they had the Smithfield Spiral signature ham glaze, so it says to I guess you're supposed to put this on after it comes out of the oven. So normally I used to make my own glaze, but I think this go around I'm going to use this glaze right here. So I'm really not going to put anything. I'm really not going to put. Okay, hold on one second. I'm really not going to put anything on the ham. I'm going to cover it in some aluminum foil, and I have the oven preheated to 280 because I want this to cook slow. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven, and I'll be back, y'all. Alright, y'all, so the only thing that I do have left to cook is I need to saute the onions and the celery for my dressing. Everything else is in the oven cooking. Got the cranberry sauce, the greens, the black eyed peas. The oven is in the oven. The ham is in the oven cooking. I got my beef broth back there for my dressing. And I believe that is everything. I got to peel the potatoes for the pie. And that's everything for right now, y'all. Alright, so those are the greens. That is the cranberry sauce. And right here is the black eyed peas. So basically the only thing that I have to cook, and I'm just going to cook it in the morning, is going to be the dressing, and I have to put my pie in the oven. And I think I'm going to have to run out and see if I can get a thing of cornbread. And right there is the ham cooking. And there is the rice. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and brown up the onions and celery for the dressing. So I put oil in the pan, and right back here is where I have the beef broth that I had yesterday, that I made yesterday, warming back up. So this is the dressing mix that I'm using this go around, the herb seasoned classic stuffing. And then I have my seasonings, which you know already is my salt, pepper. I have my poultry seasoning right here. And I'm also going to put just a little tad of cumin in. So letting the oil heat up, and want to say Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you have a prosperous upcoming New Year. I don't do New Year resolutions, I just set goals. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and brown up the peppers and the celery. And once it's soft, I'm going to put it in here along with the stock. And before I add my egg, I'm going to test it or taste it to see if I need to add more seasoning or anything in it. Alright y'all, so here's what the bell pepper, the celery and the onion look like. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in. And I have my broth right here, which I'm just going to pour some in. Probably going to use the whole pot, but I want to get it wet first. Yeah, let me just go ahead and use the whole. I may have to add some water. I like for my dressing to be not soupy, but well moistened. So yeah, let me go ahead and add this water in. So that way when you stick it in the oven, it doesn't dry out while it's baking. So that's kind of the consistency that I like it. So I've already put the salt, pepper in, and a little bit of cumin and the poultry seasoning. So I'm just going to taste it and see if I need to add any more seasoning or before I add the egg in. Let's see. Doesn't need any more seasoning. Now let me grab an egg. Go ahead and put that 1 egg in and just stir it in. And let me grab a pan. All right. Let's move all of that. And yeah, let's go ahead and dump this in. And I have my oven already preheated to 350. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the oven and let it cook for about an hour. And I will check it after the 45-minute mark. But yeah, that is the consistency that I like. It's not too soupy and it's not too dry. So my oven is preheated. I'm going to go ahead and stick this on in the oven. And I'm going to set the timer for an hour. And I am going to go ahead, clean up a little bit, and pull everything else together. Alright y'all, so that is the dressing straight out of the oven. As you can see, it still has a little pushback, which means it's not dry. And this is the ham that I'm just going to put that glaze over and stick it back in the oven. Alright, so I'm just going to drizzle this glaze all over the ham. And as you can see, I have already cut into the ham. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this back in the oven. All right, As you can tell, the pie is out of the oven and it's cooled down, but I couldn't resist, y'all.